Hey guys, how's it going? Okay, so today I'm gonna talk about all the palettes that I'm giving up. And that's actually a lot. Like, I feel like I gave up, not quite half, but, you know, definitely a huge chunk of my palette stash. So, let me talk through why I gave up my Lorac Pro Mega palette, and why I gave up my Urban Decay palettes, and why I gave up these Disney palettes. If anybody I actually know wants any of this stuff, ping me. Okay, I'm just gonna dive right in. This is the Olivia Palermo Ciate palette. I really wanted this palette when I first saw it. Oh, I'm giving you too much view, sorry. I like this color a lot. This palette swatches really well, but obviously I've never used it. And so it wasn't that dear to me if I'm not using it. I mean, a lot of the stuff you're gonna see that I haven't really used that much. The Becca Jaclyn Hill palette is awesome, but it's also like pretty boring, and it's pretty much colors I have in every other palette. I have a giant, you know, as you probably saw in the last one, pile of singles. Like basically everything that I have of singles is in this palette here. How can I not show you the entire room? Okay. So stuff like this, the Swamp Queen palette, not all that interesting. Oh, I'm blinding people. It becomes not that interesting once you have them all in single form. The Morphe palettes I gave up are the Color Matte palette. I'm not that big into mattes. I'm a sparkly girl, so that was that. This one is the 35 OS. I just thought this palette was really like gold toned. How can I get this thing open? It's really like gold toned. God, that is not coming across correctly in the viewfinder. I hope it does in the real camera. Anyway, it just seemed like I have these colors at, you know, in a million other places. So, same. This one is the 35O palette, which is the predecessor to that. I mean, obviously, I really liked this color, whatever that color is. And I did use this palette quite a bit, actually, for me. But I just have this stuff in other palettes, so meh. The Taupe palette, I love this palette, but I don't wear it. Like, I think it's beautiful, but I haven't really given it a good solid wear, so I don't feel, you know, married to it. And the Color Smoky Eye palette. I just feel like I have these colors and everything else. This is what I'm going to say about all these things, so I'm just going to run through this. The A La Mode Eyes palette. This one, like, I only really like this color right here and that color right there. So, like, that's not a good reason to keep a palette. The Marc Jacobs palette I hemmed and hawed over in the last one. Largely because it's $100. And there's really good colors in here, just, like, I don't need it. Same with the Venus 1 and 2. Like, these just, I mean, they're not my go-to colors. They're beautiful. These two Morphe palettes, they are 25B and 25A. They're gorgeous, but like obviously I haven't used them, and I have these same colors in a million other places. Sleek palette, same. These two ended up being super like boring to me. Like I wasn't that in love with them. I really wanted this collection when it came out, the Bao Bao On collection from MAC. This palette just doesn't do it for me. There's like nothing in there that I really love. Here's a bunch of Wet n Wild. I think I have two of these. I kept one actually. This isn't really my, like this is really gold tone for me. And I just never used this, so why? The Urban Decay palettes. Again, I didn't find anything that was like uber compelling in this palette. It's all really light shades. That's not really that much of my jam. The Vice Reloaded palette is just kind of boring. I mean, it has pretty colors in it, and I'm sure if I didn't have a million other palettes, it would be great, but that's kind of the same with all the Vice palettes. I mean, obviously, I loved my Lorac Mega Pro palette, but, like, ugh, it's just, I have this, you know, in all those singles. Basically, all of these are the same. These two Kat Von D palettes, so basically, I'll show you all these Vice palettes real quick. That guy's beautiful. Like, that color is stunning, that color is stunning, that color is so stunning. I love that color, but I'm not really using it. And their packaging is a biatch. I'm enough package, like Natasha Denona is enough of a biatch for me. This one's packaging is gross. Like, it's weird, like a rubbery plastic. I don't know how to describe it, but it, like, as you can see, everything sticks to it. And this like bumpiness right here makes it so they don't stack flat. I like this palette. It's pretty. It's not that pretty. Okay, so Mi Vida Loca is so beautiful. Like, oh my gosh, like who doesn't want a full color wheel? And this Kat Von D star-studded eyeshadow book has stunning colors in it. I think it's a beautiful palette. It's just, I'm not that into it. I don't use it, and Kat Von D doesn't really do it for me anymore, so okay. I kept one of her palettes. This is the Morphe 12S palette. This is a great palette for travel. I'm like trying to think like if I want to reconsider this one, because I would absolutely use this while traveling. But I have other palettes that have these colors in them, so I think I'm just gonna sit firm. This Urban Decay palette has the stupidest packaging. It goes this way. These colors are pretty, but they're not really my jam. A lot of the stuff I'm like, why? I think someone else gave me this. There's Inglot shadows, they're gorgeous, but I have them. Carly Bible, kind of boring. This guy is the Storybook Cosmetics Witchcraft and Wizardry palette. I like these colors. It's an okay like thing. I've never used it because I'm afraid of like ruining whatever, and that's dumb. Like, why even have a palette that's like that? And then this level of thickness on packaging just makes me want to barf. All of their palettes are like this, and I'm like, nope, we're done. Estee Edit, oh my god, these are beautiful. Like, look at those shadows. And I think I got these on sale too. And they're magnetic, like they stick to each other, like these will separate. But again, I have them, and that's a lot of packaging for you know, stuff I already have. This is the Accessorized London. This is super cute. This is like sleek, and I think Sarah gave me this. I think this is an awesome palette and stuff, but I have never used it. I have all these colors, so I don't feel like married to it, and I think it's just taking up space. I'll give it to somebody who'll love it. These are all Kat Von D. It's a Shade and Light palette, and these are like, what is this? Metamorphosis of Color palettes. This one is called, it doesn't have one. So it's just eyeshadow palette. That one of these is called Chrysalis. They're the butterfly palettes, basically. I don't use them. Kat Von D, blah blah blah. The Smashbox Smokebox is a super cute palette. Obviously, I've never used it. It seems like it'd be great for someone to take traveling or whatever, but again, unnecessary. All of these Urban Decay palettes are the same. They're just like a lot. There's a lot of packaging for four colors that are tiny. Like, this much packaging for that is ridiculous. This one's actually packaged really well. I do actually kind of like this palette, but I haven't really used it, and I feel like someone else could probably use it in a lot better of a way than I can. You guys hear my kitties crying to get in? This guy is the same. Like, it's pretty well packaged, but I'm just not using it. This one is a lot of packaging, and it has a freaking zipper on it. Never touched it. Oh, maybe I touched it once. But like, bae. Bae. Back to the Kat Von D thing, the metal palette. These colors, this is a great palette, but I have never touched this palette, and probably won't, so I know someone who I can give this to, so I'm gonna give it to her, and she will enjoy it. The chocolate bar palette, I'm like, this palette is great, and I think it's awesome, and it smells like chocolate, and that's neat, but it's a lot of packaging. She says as she looks at her Naked palettes, this is a duplicate of Naked palettes, so why do I need this? This is the Lime Crime little palette I have. It's called China Doll palette. I like it. It's a pretty palette, but like I would never wear this color, probably would never wear this color, probably would never, okay. It's a pretty palette. It's not for me. I'm like, the Urban Decay Great Oz Great and Powerful palette. Meh. That's all I have to say that. And these last two Urban Decay palettes, I'm not even going to try to open the bottom. There's blushes in there. But these are so dang hard to open. I can't even deal with them. Like the bottom layer is so hard to open. They come with an eye pencil. Actually, I'll just keep this eye pencil. And a lip situation. I stole the lip situation out of the other one. It's a super saturated lip pencil. What's in this one? Oh, I'll keep this one too. So I'll give these guys up because they take up so much space. They're so hard to open. I don't use them. I thought I would maybe travel with them, but that's not the case. So this is the whole pile of everything I'm giving away. Right there. So I feel like I did a good clean out. I feel like I got rid of, you know, a little bit less than half of my palettes, but that's pretty good for me. So I'm pretty pleased with my progress there. Alright, I'll be back next time with another video, maybe talking about the stuff I kept and why I kept that. I don't know if that's of interest, but I'll make it anyway. Okay. Love you guys. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you would like to, and I will see you guys next time with another video. Bye guys!